someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while.
Let there be cowbell.
I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm staying fake, I don't believe the panic rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Then I stop myself for a while.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Gotta make sure we got that microphone up. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Right behind me, you will see the new impressive Tangem wallet ring. That's right, it is a ring, it is a wallet. It is both of those things together. Also comes with 2 cards you can use with your smartphone. It's a very secure Tangem wallet. Also stars Caspa, just saying, and a bunch of other coins. Secure your crypto securely. I guess we're here probably to take a look at the market and take a look at Bitcoin, right? That's usually what we do at night. And here we are, Bitcoin on the daily, because, well, why not? And we were talking last night about this channel. And also this mid area in the channel, which it's held before as being support and resistance. Kind of zoom that in there just a little bit. So far, that seems to be holding. 21 moving average there for the daily was also there. And of course, we had Ichimoku Cloud saying, yeah, baby, I'm ready to take this to the next level. It actually talks that way, just like that. Kind of has a little Gomer Pyle thing going on. I don't know. No. Anyway, Shazam! So are we going to bounce from here? That's just what we all want to know. And usually if you get a green candle here, kind of turquoise teak, whatever, I don't know. Home Depot, gotta go get those paint chips. Did you ever eat them when you was a child? Pink was my favorite. Bouncing off the 21 should be a good sign that we can continue this move to the upside. Woo, baby. So we like that. But since we're here on a Sunday night, let's take a look at the weekly candle. Let's go to the Christmas tree candles. That's the red and green ones that we've known to love and hate. Look at that big old wick. That's the biggest wick that we've seen in a long time. Wow, that wick was... boy, it's hard to choose between that one and this one. You got a red one and a green one, but don't let that influence you. There's some big weaknesses going on right here. What happened after this? That's a 6% wick. Man. This one's 6.5. Man. That's what she said. So, now usually big wicks are not the greatest thing. That's a lot of sell pressure going on there, which we did have, and a little finagling, I think, as they led us into this weekend, like they normally do. And what we were talking about on Friday during the dumps and stuff, and over the weekend, is in my personal opinion, they're trying to shake us out. And so far, it looks like that is what they tried to do. It doesn't take rocket science. I'm not the only one that thought that. I'm sure it's kind of apparent they've been doing that. They switched up the game. They used to play with this on the running down on Fridays and then start playing. We want to see more liquidity come in the weekends. We're not quite there, but they're kind of prodding us along just a little bit, trying to get us there. But trying to get us shaken out of our Bitcoin. We're looking at the possibility of coming down here more toward the bottom of this trend line around the 50 moving average, and also there were a couple of areas that we got some fibs there that overlapped a little bit, right around 66,000 right through there. But it looks like we got a good chance of not doing that, and I'm kind of cool with that, because every time that Bitcoin takes a dump, well, you know, your altcoins also take a dump. The sad thing is, and this is what's going on right now, is that I'm getting back to my regular candles, is that as Bitcoin gains back its price, well, the altcoins don't bounce back as much. They don't keep up as much. Bitcoin is outpacing them, and that is the Bitcoin dominance continuing to rise. Now, we looked at these areas. These are areas that people were hoping, and they're saying, well, altcoin season's here, altcoin season's here, but altcoin season ain't here, and it may not be. And I did happen to see an interesting article about that. I was trying to post it over into the Telegram group, but it didn't. It just came out just right before the show that I had. Let's see if we can find it over here. Latest crypto news. It was over, yeah, right here. No altcoin season till 2025. I haven't read the article yet, but it's talking about the same things we were talking about last night. It's with Bitcoin dominance. So, I mean, I'm going to read through this. I haven't read this yet, but it mirrors what we've been talking about for a little while. But Altcoin season indexes also hinted a delayed altcoin rally. All the top altcoins fell victim to price corrections in the recent past. I'll have to check that out later. I'll post it. But altcoin's not doing too bad. There's a select few of them doing better than others, right? Well, let's start getting into a little bit of altcoins here, but my theory has been and still continues to be and seems to be proven more true than not at the moment. We can still always get rejected in this zone and have a wonderful little altcoin season. That could happen. But it's looking like it's really wanting to start to come up to these higher areas. Now that can spell some, that's going to be kind of wild for altcoins. I mean, we're talking about coming up to 73% on altcoins. And let's take a look at what happened last time. September 2020 till December 2020. Let's look at that on altcoin. Let's do others. September 2020. Is that back here? That doesn't sound right, does it? Let me come back here and check my dates. Let's do it on, yeah, let's stick with the weeklies here. So yeah, that's okay. So we're around the bottom, around September, August of 2020. That's just 2020. All right, we'll roll with it. I'll put a line that'll tell us a vertical line. I won't be on that dang chart though. September, and it was through December, I believe, right? What actually happened here? It was kind of choppy, but mostly it was leaning to the upside. Where'd you go, my man? I'm not trying to get too way out there. Very choppy. Very choppy. Choppy and up into the man. Ooh, golly, so that's some big dumping dumps. So this was when Bitcoin was going up there, and this was okay. So we weren't dumping with altcoins. It was just choppy as hell and slowly getting on up there. And then after Bitcoin dominance peaked, that's when this started happening right here. That's when altcoin season happened. So if you're in altcoins, I mean, it's going to be a slow little ride until we get up to those points where Bitcoin dominance is rejected. But this is what you can, hope for, something like that, an explosion out of altcoins. But right now we just in chop for alts. And right now, I've been looking over here. We've been tracking this. And you can see the altcoins, even though we got to break out of a channel here, we've also lost a trend line, and that is no bueno. We gave it as much room as we can. And this horizontal level here, about 580 billion. We're 594 billion right now for total 3. We're hoping that area will hold, but if not, I mean, it could just ride this channel on down. I mean, this if we break that area, we could just come on down to these areas, and that's going to suck for altcoins. Or we can just hope to catch some ground here, and if we do like what was happening last time Bitcoin dominance was going up, sideways and just slowly chop our way up. That's what we can hope for out of altcoins, but just know that Bitcoin is still in the show. Got to get used to it. Let's say hello to everybody here in the chat. How's it going, people? Holy crap, we only had like a couple of people, and now we got, how many of you? 19. Hey, welcome everybody. Got Rising Sun. How's it going, Mr. Sun? Strega Har, what's going on, Strega? The Closer. What's going on, DMC3? Says the volatility of my bags is really at an all-time high, getting wrecked. if you got altcoins, if you're mostly in altcoins, yeah, you're probably having a hell of a time. If you got some Bitcoin mixed in there, that makes that ride a whole lot smoother and kind of what keeps you floating around right now, since it is kind of slowly outpacing altcoins. Now, I do recommend. I need to start making some charts and graphics or something for this show. I do recommend like having. You want at least half in Bitcoin, at least half. I mean, it's really from when I got into it and everything, and still I think the OG and the narrative behind everything is still mainly about Bitcoin. We're just using altcoins as a method to get more Bitcoin. Bitcoin's where we kind of want to store our value. One of the places. Gold is also available on this tokenized market. Give you a little cowbell. Why not? Little cowbell never hurt anybody. So before we start diving more into things, we were looking at the weekly. I haven't really dissected it, but can we get back to our decent charts over here? On the weekly, man, Ichimoku Cloud, we're not anywhere near it. It's pointing to the up on the weeklies. It's looking good. I like it. Our moving averages here. This is where we bounced off the 50 moving average on the weekly. 9 crossed the 21. We were waiting to see if that was going to happen. Oh gosh, have we been through a ringer on this thing? This is sucked. Truly sucked, especially for altcoins. This just decimated altcoins. So, but now they got a chance to slowly start coming back. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, Bitcoin wanted to do some things, and I think that we'll probably continue to see this breakout happen. I think she's going to start out kind of slow and get some momentum. That's what I think. Maybe she'll shoot up to 80,000 real quick, but I just see some slow momentum. She's got some more chop on some of the smaller time frames to work through. Like over here on the daily, even though the Ichimoku Cloud's loving it. She's still got, this 100 moving. Oh, here on the daily, the 100 is still below the 200. That's going to sandbag us a little bit. So that'll take some of the turbo out of our rocket fuel, if that makes any sense. But we can still start to recover these areas. I have a little hiccup around this non-moving average. That's going to be about 69,800. So we're working on getting up there and seeing what we do. Come down to the 4 hour. Where's the chart that we were on just a minute ago? No, it's not you. Oh my gosh, you lost it. Now here, y'all. So here on the 4 hour, this white line is a 100 moving average, and we seem to like that. It's kind of weird that the 9 crossed negatively below it, but we can recover, walk it off, but it may start getting a little shaky through here. This one's making me kind of question if we're going to have a real strong move. We will probably most likely find some rejection right around a trend line area. We may be on it right now. Oh gosh darn it. I was really kind of looking about like that one. But now this is kind of a cool setup that's called a bump and run. And let's see how well my memory is here over on Thomas Bukowski's. Should be able to find that one pretty easy. But bump and run. Bump and run. We'll call it a reversal bottom. The bump and run pattern. Overall performance rank is 1. This is supposed to be the best performing pattern that he has. I think that's why it's worth noting tonight. And you get this here at the Road Dog Crypto Show. Put some bass in your voice. You get that here at the Road Dog Crypto Show. Put some bass in your voice. So the bump and run reversal bottom pattern. Are we at a bottom? That's the first thing I always want to say. If we're at support, we'll consider that our possible bottom. A level of support to make a bottom. Let's try to do it. So this is one of the best playing patterns to go to the upside. It's got a throwback rate of 61%, so it's got a 61% after it breaks out to come back and retest where it broke out from, according to Thomas Bukowski. And it comes in 3 phases. You got a lead-in phase where it's kind of choppy. You got the bump phase where the price comes down to flush people out, kind of like what they did this weekend. And then we get the run phase, and that could be kind of nice. But now it's got a 76% chance of meeting its price target. It's measure move, but the measure move is really right back up to right around to the A point, which is kind of where it started, and that's going to be right up through here. So it's telling us the bump and run, the old bump and run, which has a really good chance to play out. According to Thomas Bukowski, is going to come right back up to this area about 70,200. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull a fib and see if we can fibulate you out right there, and also get some confluence for us. Where you at? 69.8 is what I'm getting there. So we got this little zone right here that we need to come up to. And so the pattern and the fibs kind of point to that direction. The fib's not really giving me as much as the pattern, so we're going to make a little box here. And so Bitcoin here on the shorter term, this is the 4-hour play. We're going to be working our, when did we say that? We had something else coming right up there just earlier, 69.8, showing us some resistance. So we're getting lots of resistance, starting to show up a lot of confluence, saying that that's going to be a pretty decent resistance area right through there. If we can get past it and that 50 moving average here on the 4-hour, we might be able to start working towards 70,000. But right now, it looks like the top is the top area for us right now to worry about is going to be 69.8. That's the place of caution. And what say you 1 hour? The 1 hour is saying we've got a bearish cross here of the 100 moving average over the 200, giving us further confluence. The 69,858 will be the wet dream that we will get there. Now we'll see what happens from that point. Ultimately, when we pull a fib from high to low, I mean, I'm always eyeballing this 618. I'm just telling you, 71,218. We're going to throw a yellow line right there at that one, because she's just a magical number. She is magical, magically delicious. She is. Guys, we're going to take a quick look, since we kind of did our top-down analysis from the weekly. I think would look good. Lower time frames say it's going to get a little shaky around 69.8, 70,000. It's a little shaky through that area, so we'll have to find our way through it. And we're kind of cool for right now, until they try to run some other game on us this week, which they will try. Now, also, it's not really fleshed its way out, but we are in a channel, because price is always in a channel. But right there, that's the bigger breakout that we need to get. So getting up here, that would give us our chance to break out, and then we can start working our way up here. 71.2, 72,003, right there in those areas. Let's take a look at what's been going on in crypto for the last 12 hours or so from Layer GG. Take it away, Sean. John. Oh, now the button doesn't work? Is that what it is, Sean? For real? You set me up, man. There we go. Hey, there it is. So what happened in crypto in the last 12 hours is Bitcoin's volatility index is at 63.24%, hits a new 3-month all-time high ahead of US presidential election. Bitcoin is highly volatile and trading below $70,000. Trump's winning rate has fallen since peaking on October 30th, dropping to 55%, while Harris odds have risen to 45%, according to Polymarket. Peanut, Fred, tokens. News of @SquirrelDad12 Squirrel went viral, and even Elon Musk mentioned it. As a result, Peanut jumped to over $130 million market cap, but has since dropped significantly and is currently trading at $52 million. XRP 21 shares submitted an application for XRP ETF 21 shares core XRP trust to the SEC. Investment bank UBS has launched its first tokenized investment fund, a money market fund on the Ethereum blockchain. The head of strategy at MapleStory U hinted at an open beta test for MapleStory N on November 4th. On November 4th, A-Star Network will release an async backing upgrade on Shiden Network that will reduce block times from 12 seconds to 6 seconds. Toker AI16Z has received a large donation to establish a DAO, details of which will be announced soon. And that's what's been going on in crypto the last 12 hours. Layer GG. Don't forget to give him a heart and give him a little repost there. Show a little love in your heart. Let's see if we can get Sean, get us back.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Oh, crap. Ah. It's not my face. It's not the face. I think this one's been taken though. So I might have to stick with this one for a while. Unless we're going to do something predictive and then we can, yeah. I don't know. It just feels at home here. So guys, what's going on? Volatility in my bags is really all time high. This is DMC3. Barnum. Hey, how's it going, Barnum? I'm looking at the chat over here. Warthog Thunderbolt says, let's bring up the chat again here. Get back to Bitcoin. For the charts. Warthog Thunderbolt says, some say there are too many coins, can't have the moves because too spread out. I will agree. We're very oversaturated with coins and projects, and everything to have a coin doesn't necessarily need a coin, and coin doesn't really do much, especially like governance tokens. I don't know. The meme coins even. Really saturated in meme coins. Robotech Raid Trader says your show's amazing, dog. I appreciate the compliment. Always looking for some kind of way to make it better. Trying to feel the vibe. One of the things I'm going to be trying to work on this month is doing some, well, I started with this channel with like a chart school series is what it was, just teaching, technical analysis, just going through the basics, just, kind of like a school, a little syllabus of what to know, and you just kind of jump in at your level or go through the whole thing. But I was thinking about doing that in the membership things and doing it, it's a live stream, and maybe trying to weed that down and take those videos as an updated version, combine it into some kind of little thing together to put also in the membership area, just the YouTube $3 membership area in that area. So I'm trying to put some of that stuff to. The hope is to start doing that this month here in November, and we're here. So if you're kind of new to TA, new, intermediate, been around for a while, it doesn't matter. I'll be going through some of the basic stuff from the first few shows or whatever, and support resistance, all that. But we'll get into the Fibonacci's and things like that. I don't think there's enough information out there about the Fibonacci's, and especially lots about the trend lines and just stuff that I just do here, just breaking it down. And of course, I just say, hopefully there's something, maybe you see something in the way that I do it and you haven't seen other people do it. If you can add something to your toolbox, that's really what it's all about. Finding something that works for you, your own little style. And I'm just showing you what mine is and what I've found over the years that's worked for me and helped me navigate this market and not freak out as much. It's still freak out. I freaked out back in August right here. Oh my God. That was because there was influence from a little leverage. If you're not, been successful, can really pat yourself on the back several times trading spot with some spot things, I would kind of stay out of leverage. Just saying, I think you'd do much better in the end. A lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people get wrecked with the leverage. And there's a lot of encouragement out there to do leverage trades and try to be some 1 minute day trader. And that's very time consuming and not as productive in my personal opinion. All right, so let's take a look at some altcoins. Now, I don't know if anybody here is into Gary, but we get that requested a lot, and I am not in it, but I figured since she's up, I might as well give her due diligence and a shout out and everything. So for all the Gary lovers, because I know you guys have heard it, you guys have heard, no, this is a crap coin, don't do that, oh, Gary sucks. Well, if you were looking at a double bottom scenario, because that's really all you could look for down here and still hope, because the other choice was her to break this area and just go into Netherland. But if you did, man, you had a good day right there. Getting above the non-moving average on this, on the 8 hour right here. How much is that? 50% come up, and right now it's sitting about 30% gains from where it was there. So that's kind of cool. So the Gary people, I'm sure you're happy. So congratulations, Gary Network. Now, just keep in mind, she likes to spike and spike as she continues doing whatever she's doing. She seems to be finding support here, but that doesn't mean it will stay. I'm just saying. Goodness gracious. I'm not even. But it does look like there may be a possibility she's got to recover this area over here. She's still got some work to do with her. Still got her target 10095. Get past that, and then we can start looking for possibility more upside on Gary. But that one's been popping today, so good money. One that we looked at, and one that I do have just a little bit. I mean, just a little. I've already took some profits on it. It might be a moon bag right now. Is FWOG. FWOG is doing awesome. FWOG is doing so well. It just keeps going up. It does not know when to say no. FWOG. Get you a little FWOG. If you notice that our target right here got hit. Nailed it! Ow! Yeah. Okay. Now that we did that for the algorithm, next target, if it wants to keep going up, it may not, but Ichimoku Cloud says, yeah, baby, I'm about to pour it on you, baby. I'm about to slap you on the rear. Get you going. Ride that cowboy. Ichimoku's out there. It's definitely twisted. Ichimoku Cloud is you can see the twist in it right here. It's a twisted indicator. Things twisted too. Anyway, 37.3 cents is the next target that I'm kind of looking for, but it may take her a minute to get there. Okay, she's at a possible, yeah, she's at a definite resistance area with the channel that she's in. There's some deviations going on there. But new coin, these are some. These are areas 37, 39, and 43 cents. I doubt she may get to 43, but these are the areas to look for strong reversal signs. And definitely good areas for take profit on FWOG. And so is 33, where we, just hit a few days ago. She dropped all the way back down to 23 cents and bounced back, and now she's 31. That's a pretty good come up right there for FWOG. Bouncing off a 21 moving average. I'm going to take this moment as a teaching moment because this is part of my system and my style. The Rogue Dog system of technical analysis is a. Oh crap! What the hell was you even going to say? Goodness gracious, my bad. I got all caught up in the antics there. I am looking for some good great take profits areas there. I feel like I was going to share something really insightful, but I got lost up in the motions, and now I just totally lost my train of thought. How you doing on divergence, man? You got some bearish divergence forming here. I'm just kind of throwing that out there too. Now, this already comes in lines of 3. This isn't the same thing I was going to share, but this is some pretty good alpha. Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, how we're starting to get a very strong move, but she's not really respecting the bearish divergence? Well, my theory is, and what I've seen, is that you get more like a parabolic move, a curving move, which this one's doing. You get 3 instances of that. Unless they one here, unless that one, and I see this one here, unless this one, and I see one more that is coming, and I don't think we've seen it yet. Not out of the question for it to hit up there at 43 cents in my personal opinion. Gosh darn it, what was the other thing I was going to share? Oh, yeah, the teaching moment thing. My bad. Remember it was Road Dogger Kung Fu. TA. Oh shoot, I forgot again. No, I'm dead. When you're in a strong trend, and that's what we got here, you're above the 9 moving average. Now you got some people out there that don't use a 9 moving average or a shorter term. It's just a shorter term moving average, but the 9 is spoiled. Some people use an 8. Some people even throw a 13 in there. But if you're above the 9, my saying is if you're above the 9, you're doing just fine because you're on a strong trend. But when she loses that trend and she needs to correct a little bit, which price does, right? And it goes up and it comes down a little bit, and hopefully it keeps going up. Well, if you're riding the 9, you're probably one of those trends that's going to keep going up, and they will retest the 21. Now, losing the 9 lets you know that you're probably going to come back down there, and regaining that 9 lets you know, hey man, you're ready to take off. But that's what you see in a strong trend is a bounce, a little dance between those right there, and they're not crossing, and then they're still going up. Now, a steeper correction can take us down to a 50 moving average, and that's those not as fun, but we can still recover from those. Those would be like, after we get up here like to 43 cents, 38 cents, something like that, we'd be starting to look at that wherever the 50 moving average is, because that's probably where we'll hit. Just throwing those ideas out there. Garrison says Gala is on the hospital bed surrounded by loved ones, wondering if the doctor is going to pull the plug. Oh my gosh, I like that. That's worth putting up on the screen here. Gala Games, it looked like it was trying to do a little bit better, right? But that's the one where the developers started suing each other, and I'm like, oh man. And it gets cheap, and there's one part of crypto is like, oh, we should jump in now, get it cheap, but then there's the other side that's like, dude, this project may be on the brink. And then you got to ask yourself some serious questions. What exactly does Gala token do anyway? Or those are the questions I ask myself. So Gala, she lost that main trend line right there. And we were being generous too. Let us go to candle body. Yeah, we definitely broke that one. All right, let's go over here. Let's get into the minutia of. Let's get into the minutia of trend line magic. Oh man, just erase it, dude. Just erase it. So candle bodies to candle bodies, where we first started, this was our first candle body here on the daily. This is our second candle body right there, and we extend that out. And yeah. Lots of wickage right there, lots of wickage. Now, one thing that I do if I do something crazy like this, because we only got 2 touches, right? But technically, we got to have at least 2, but preferably 3 touches. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to make our 3rd touch down here, about 14 cents. But I'm also going to take this little guy, color him a little different. I want to see if I can find some confluence for that angle. Oh, gosh darn it. Do we have any? Not perfect, but I mean, well, no, it's pretty good. Still think we got a little something there. All right, so yeah, I'm kind of seeing down here, man. Gala Games, swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Where's our retracement? Oh, you had a 618. She might get a little pullback, and that would be kind of cool. She might get some traction here, or she might be losing it right now. But she could do like this before she comes down. But yeah, the 6.16 cent area, that will be it. But where was our trend line is down here at 886. That's at 0.014. I don't know that she'll do it. This is a good sign. This is a good area to find some support where it's at. So watch it here. But if it does lose it, then yeah, these next 2 areas are definitely on the table here. But we lost the major trend line that we're in the channel that we were in. That's where we were before, right? So can't forget that. And there's like measure moves for that would take you down to these areas down here too. So they're still on the table. Doesn't mean they have to happen. But they can. Oh, they can. So if we lose 0.018, we'd be looking at 0.016. Let's see, this is the daily. What's the 4 hour looking for? Looking like over here. Can she do it? Can she make a comeback from here? I would say watch out for it. I think she's got a fighting chance. She's still below it. She's still below that 618, and that's not so great, but and there's no divergence here. Now that would be a good sign if we saw some bullish divergence actually here, but I'm not seeing it here in the 4 hour. Ethan says the only hopium is it gets a pump like Gary did. Man, yeah. Did you catch Gary? We just did Gary. Yeah, Gary had a nice pump. Another one doing pretty well is Moonwell. Ha, see how I did that? So now, according to what I've got here, Moonwell could very well be in a she's either going to do either she's going to come back in this pattern and just do a nice big strong move higher high, or at least back up here to 11.3, a good strong move is what should happen, and that would be a bear trap. That could be happening, or she's barely retesting here, and we're on the 4 hour for Moonwell. So what are you doing, Moonwell? If you were getting in somewhere below 8 cents, it wouldn't hurt to pay yourself a little bit. I'm going to lean a little bit more on the side. Are ya? I'm leaning more toward the side that she's going to get rejected here. I hope I'm wrong, because I want my number to go up too, but the on the 4 hour, the 9 moving average has crossed the 100. And 21's already crossed it. There's signs saying it's choppy here, so that's not telling me that she's got enough strength to break the trend line. They'd have to be a strong move to break that trend line. So the MACD would probably be a good place to look, and it looks like it wants to. It looks like it wants to, but we're not yet confirmed. So I watched the MACD on this one to make sure it doesn't start rolling over, but actually get confirmed cross. And if it gets a confirmed cross, then chances are that she's looking a little bit more positive to try to break in there. Other indicators, money flows in the red, so that kind of makes me think. I'm leaning more toward a rollover. Hope I'm wrong. Moonwell? Arkham Intelligence have got their own coin, and I like this one because I picked this one out early on the streams and on the channel, and been following it ever since, and so we talk about it. And it's before a lot of people even knew much about it. It was like back in these days when she was really, really cheap. She almost got that cheap again, getting down to 80 cents, but now she's about 166. She was close to $2 there. I like this one. They have a use case for the token, and Arkham Intelligence is kind of like the Palantir blockchain in a way, exposing and doing all the snoop information and stuff. But now people buy that service and they can use the Palantir token. It's above the 9 moving average. I'm on the weekly here. Let's go with the daily. It's above the 9 on the weekly. That's a great sign. Below the 9 here on the daily, so she may be still choppy. She's been ranging from 145 to to 172 in a range there, and she could still range through there. I would recommend trying. Hello? Hello? Hey, they never at least breathe in my ear. Gosh. So we got a 100 moving average here. I'm on a 3-day chart. I hope does it cross? Did it cross? Oh, it did. It crossed. Okay, that's good. That's good. It looked like it was going to roll. It could still roll over, but it's got a better chance now to do good. Okay, cool. I'll go to the daily. What's the daily saying? I think it's going to be still a little choppy here for Arkham for a minute, but I like what I'm seeing. This is I'm at the 12 hour. This is the Lucy line here. I think I'm about to go to the 1. Possible retest. That'd be cool. If she gets this, that'd be cool to bounce right here. Through at Arkham. Looks like she wants to come down though. Says it does. She's got a red dot there. Let's see what happens. It'd be a great place to hold. If she does come down about 160 somewhere through there, she should catch something, but I'd still want to catch her after a breakout. Arkham Intelligence. Let's look at Solana. When did we do this? Had been not too long ago. Zoom out on Solana here to the daily. So Solana, one touch, got a touch there. Not quite there. Did we make it over here? Didn't quite make it on this one either. So a lot like Bitcoin, I think, right? If you're looking at this inverted head and shoulder thing for a bottom reversal, which if we're bouncing off support area, which this is a horizontal support resistance area flip right here. So we can, I can treat that one as a bottom reversal pattern there. Price is coming down into it. We're at an area of support. We got a reversal pattern. So, okay, cool. Well, they have a 64% chance of coming down to retest the neckline. I call it the belt line, but you can call it a neckline if you want. And that's exactly where we are. So she's doing exactly what she should do. She went up, and now she should start doing her own little new thing. So we should start looking on trying to work for a higher high out of Solana. It should catch here, in other words. It should. We should be bottoming out here. Also here on the daily, you got the 50 crossing the 200 moving average. That's been complete for a few days now, and that was your buy signal. Doesn't mean buy it now when it crossed. Lord no, that was the very top. If you front run that and bought it, you'd be like, oh, that's what I say on this channel. It doesn't mean buy now, but it means buy the next pullback, which would be, oh, just about 20 bucks cheaper there, right where we are right now. We're not out of the woods yet. We're still below the 9 and 21 moving average. We can come to the 4 hour, see what she's suggesting here. She's been flirting with that 200 moving average. Let's see, I've got a 360 that's starting to act right. This crossing over 800. That's good. So momentum slowly on the bigger time frames, drifting up here. 4 hour, we've got the MACD. It's also starting to go a little bullish. We got a confirmed cross there. We got our blue histogram going on the plus side on the zero, meaning that this could possibly be the start of a new upward trend on this time frame for Solana. Bouncing off that 200, I would say so. She's getting above the 9. I'll be looking at this as an entry. I would say she is an entry right now with the breakout to the upside. Where's she going? Well, we should be headed right back to 179 for reals. We're going to throw this one over to the Telegram group because, hey, why not? We got it. It's confirmed. We got a confirmed candle right there. It's good enough for me. You can come down on the smaller time frame, nail it. That's what I try to do. Maybe you want to wait for confirmation to get some other 15, 200 moving average, something along those lines. That's a smart move. Nothing wrong with that. Wait for your confirmation. But for the trade setup, we can go ahead and get her all figured out. You use your own personal triggers to pull the trigger. I just told you some of mine. Trade set up, coming back up to this area. Which if we were to fib her out and just get some good targets, you're about, ooh, let's go to this 786er. Raw air. 178. Oh, snap. We put this to where price is right now. We're on a 4 hour. Personally, I think going below these wicks right there, and that's a tight ass stop loss, and you can go lower if you want, but I like them tight. If you want to come down below here, that's not bad. That's what, 3%, 3.6% below that 200 moving average on the 4 hour. That's totally doable too. I just like mine a little tight. That's all. And it does give me a little bit better of a risk reward ratio, which is 4.8 to 1. Just keeping it that tight there. And this one should not get stopped out if things, I mean, it looks like if price starts going below where that candle opened right here, right where that orange line is at 162, that's kind of not a great sign. Anything if it doesn't do that and keeps on, we're good. We should be good. But that was to be the first warning sign that I think, might want to think about. Do I want to end this one early? Something along those lines. If we start losing that candle open right there, does that make sense? At 162, that would be the kind of danger area, and right here, especially getting above here. Well, we're at 163 right now. And then take profits would be right up here at 178. Let's take that and let's go over to the trade setups here. Solana 4 hour. Possible breakout. To 178 target. I would love to go into more detail with that, but I would have to sit here and type it out. And you guys will start clicking off. 18 wonderful people here. Thank you for being here. See what you guys are talking about right now. IMX is looking decent. Put that one over here. Let's see, we went over Gary, went over Fwog, well, Arkham, went over those. Went over Solana. Okay, and we'll put IMX. What was going on with them? I forgot, was it a sell-off or something that happened? Gary says, owning a hopium is getting a pump like Gary. Oh, yeah. Thanks for that, TA. Where did I sign up for your 1,000? Oh, you're trying to get a discount? You know it's only on sale for $2,500 a month for my feetsy pictures. I'll have to DM you the special link, but here's a sneak preview. Whoa, it's socked up over here right now with the PJs. Tonight's PJs are gray flannel. All right. Can Rodell can? Oops, where's my shoes, man? Can Prime creep its way back to all-time high? Man, I hope so, because I got a bag. I've got a couple of little bags of that. So I mean, she's a little play of mine. Let's take a look at IMX and then take a look at Prime. IMX. Oh, look at you! Look at you! You went below your. You went to the 886, didn't you? Didn't you? No, not quite. Right around there, huh? Can't see what 886 is 101. Didn't quite make it there. Okay, that's cool. Doesn't have to. We are below a little fib area, so kind of watching it. See if she can gain this area. This since maybe her bottom. She really did respect that 618 right there. So your target would actually be the place that we just had. That 618 at 127 for IMX. If we can maintain our price above the 9 moving average, which we're doing right now. I'm on what, 4 hour time frame. She's trying to recover. She's trying to bottom out here. All we can do is just give her a little encouragement and hope. Because up here it gets kind of rough. I wouldn't look for too much past 127 right now anyway. All right, and take a look at Prime. Jeez, what a messy chart, man. Let me clear off some of this stuff here. So clearly none of that held. It tried to hold, it tried and lost it, huh? So the big story is still true. We're still in our accumulation zone. Let's see, let's clear this out just so we can see our screen better. Zoom out a little bit. All right, let's take some trend lines. Oh, did you actually work? I thought I'd have to get on a different one. Are we touching? Make sure we get some actual touches back here. Okay, that's close enough for us, I believe. Got a little bit of a gap there on that one, so I would have been following that trend line too, but I think we already broke that one. This one is holding. Looks like it nailed that. That's cool. So I take that as being about to say take it as being the gospel. I read that as being a good possible bottom. I'll couple that with the Fibonacci here and see how well it stacked up there. 786. I'm rolling with that, baby. So for Prime, I think we're at are you 642 right now for real? So I mean, we got the greatest signs. We got the 200 crossing bearishly over the 360, blah blah blah, whatever. I mean, she's not going to just make a real strong comeback, but she buying here. Have I got any cash? Where have I got some cash at? Is there some cash over? Is there some dry powder over here at crypto.com? Got some on CoinEX, but I'm trying to do something else with that. Why are you taking so long? People start clicking off here now. Let's see if I got anything at CoinEX. That looks like a nice place we're on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. How's it looking on the 4 hour? Yeah, you're looking like you're just getting started, getting above that 9. How you looking on that 1 hour? Above the 9, trying to test that 50. You could get a little shaky here. 630, 6, yeah, just a few pennies off of there, right? Come on, Prime. Yeah, I got a little bit. Okay, I got it. Okay. Woohoo! I'm going to just, right? Oh, no, I don't. Little stock. Oh, yeah, I do. Cancel these other orders here. Yeah. Yeah, what you think about that, Prime? Road Dog's gonna FOMO went in. It's a good place. It's got my signals for me to get in. So I'm going to add some to my bag. I already have some. This kind of helps lower my. See if we can get a good move up here. I was going to get some DCR because it's some decred. That's one of my other plays that I like. She's my dark horse. One of my dark horses that I'm playing. So if this is what we got, then now we can take our new fib pool. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And that kind of helps us figure out our accumulation zones. So 752, and that's a great target from here. What's the risk reward ratio on that as a trade? About a 3 to 1. That's not a bad trade setup. Just in itself, I would go higher. I would still be looking for at least my 858, but this one should be a nice little in-outer 3 to 1 risk reward. That's not bad. What's the percent gain? About 17%. 4 hour. I like that, about 756, 755. That looks pretty good. On the bigger terms, I mean, when you zoom out, this is just go ahead and delete that. So we're making a big double bottom, and it needs to come up here toward 1258. We've got to work our way back up there just to confirm this double bottom idea. And then the measure move takes us up like $24 or something crazy. So you can definitely see a route that it could be going. And if we go, let's see, you already had your little breakout of that. Sucks that you had to come all the way back down to retest this bottom. So you got that. That sucks. But so far, so good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. From the bigger picture, swing high to swing low. Oh, is that what we just did? Oh no, this is different. This will be the same thing in concept, just on the bigger picture of our accumulation zone. So accumulation has happened in below $10 since June. It's where people, or the bigger money, the whales, so to speak, the position traders like me, like to just slowly kind of build bags of this stuff while we're down at these bottoms, and take a little profits on the way up, and hopefully get another, get a sizable bag that we can start taking profits up through here. That's exactly my play on it as position. I got a lot of position trades right now, so that's one of my main strategies at the moment. So probably it'll be some. She'll have a struggle. So getting above 760, and then hello. Then working toward that. Let's see, what else do we need? Myro and Turbo are also down. We looked at them a little bit. Oh, they add a good place to look. I retest. I mean, it sucked that break out and then it rides the leg down. It sucks when they do that. That's horrible, just horrible. But it's also what we got going on here. Yeah. We still got our megaphone pattern. Technically, I think you can just bring it out this way. I think this one's having about 60% chance. Well, they just broaden. It's just a scope. They may not ever break out of that, to tell you the truth. Whee! So lost this area. Now we are in the channel. Are you going to come back down here? That would suck. Are ya? What are you doing, Myro? Yep, I'm low. They just got a good chance to try to bounce there. Can't you come back to 9 cents? Let's keep our eye on this one. I'm looking at this area about 9.5 cents. She's at 8.3. See what she does there. Got Lucy up there, so she's getting a little kind of freaky. KP3R is another one we looked at, and she seems to be on a discount right now too. And I haven't got this. Should I get it? Oh, look at that. She went on severe discount. Well, she was doing a double bottom to the upside and then not, and she made a lower low. Oh crap, you suck. It's extreme discount. She lost her level there. What was that, 28? Oh no, say it's not true. Next level I got for is done at $15. Are you coming down there? Ooh, dang. Take a look at Rune. Rune's been doing okay. She just came through a pullback. Looks like she's in an area that should hold. I'm looking forward to hold 50 moving average there on the daily for Rune at 5. Where we at 505 right now. We dropped down from around 6, so over this past week. So people might be, oh no, Rune's over with, but no, she just got this is the buy the pullback after you got the golden cross here, the 50 on the 200. Means is your buy signal. Don't buy now, buy the next pullback, and here's the pullback to buy. So I like Rune. Rune's at a good spot. Let's see, we got Lily X Place asking about Turbo. Let's take a look at Turbo. I think you were on my list too, weren't you, Turbo? Yeah. Turbo, it looks like she's coming down for a 618. I wouldn't doubt that she would at least wick down here, if not come down here and hang out. I don't know if she'll hang out or not. Support resistance flip area over here too. That should be a strong area for her. I guess that got stopped out. Came back into the pattern. Oh yeah, I think that was the play. So I think we were looking at a possibility of it's kind of a high risk trade. Set up a buying the bounce here if it did, and having to stop loss in the pattern. Because if she comes back into the pattern, it's over. Which it is what happened. Let's All right, let's get rid of some of this old stuff. So we do have our 618. All this stuff is only it's played out. It's time to zoom out and take the new information. So price did come up. We did some kind of roundy. She came up here, and I know some people are going to see this as a cup and handle. I usually look for those to be close to level as you can get. Otherwise, you just got a channel, which will act like a channel, and so does a cup and handle. Wow, it's kind of amazing. Okay, so and with the channels, you go from end to end. So she's got a good chance of coming back. How low? We already built our 618, and so she's at the 618 right now. Cool. For this pole right here. Let's hope that holds. If it doesn't, then we're going to be looking at this guy and that 200 moving average down here on the daily. And that would be 0.0005. 4 or 55 in that area. If it doesn't hold. But it may hold. It might. There's a 50 moving average there, so this could just be a deep correction on a strong trend. The thing I would be doing is a trend line from here where we touched bottom into there, and if we haven't broke it, which we haven't, we got a good chance of holding here. On this 618, that looks like it could be a trade setup almost. I would actually, if you wait for confirmation after you break over this trend line, and it's, just my teachings, but do you, darling, do you. So the smart move is, we're on the daily time frame. We see a trade setup like this. Well, you got two options. You can be a daredevil risk taker. Sometimes I am, and try to buy the bottoms of it and front run, do a tight stop loss. That's why I like tight stop losses, and I think that would probably have a decent shot of working here. Or you could take the more conservative trade and wait till she actually gets a breakout over here, and maybe even better for a retest of that trend line. See if she can get above some other high areas over here when during that breakout. That would be great. You adjust this. You adjust where you buy according to your risk level. Some people want to make sure it gets above this high before they jump in. They'd rather pay a penny for it instead of getting it at the cheap discount at 0.007. And in their mind, that they don't need that 30%. They would rather go on the side of safety, and then that way, instead of going through chop and all this other stuff, they're more likely to see number go up from here and just continue on the trend. So everybody has a different way to look at when to get in and how to trade this market, and some of us are a little bit more risk prone. Like for me, I'm sitting here going, I might just kind of want to snag some, even though this could go against me. It could still come down here to these areas. It might. But the more conservative would actually wait for confirmations. Smart traders wait for confirmations is what the moral to the story. Let's tighten up these guys here. So if I tighten up this guy on this particular time frame, that might give us a little leeway for some wicks or something. Be wicks on the other time frame we looked at. 360 moving average. I wouldn't doubt that she could still come down here, honestly. So 0.0069 or 618 Fibonacci here that she's trying to hold, and she can, but she could also wick below it and still be okay. We'll see. Let's see if she bounces here or comes down a way bit lower. Turbo. Do you think VRA is going to make a comeback? VRA, I don't think I've looked at that one in a while. Oh Lord, she's at a bottom. She's also got a big thick Ichimoku cloud over here. If you like the project, if you like the fundamentals and everything about it and all that stuff, I could go to Tokenmetrics, but it's telling me I'm not signed in right now. For me, a position trader, I'm looking at exactly right here. So let's just start nibbling in and getting a position. But she could still go lower, like what we saw in the another chart. It looked like she had the perfect bottom area until she found a lower area to go to. And don't get it twisted. Now there is a cross over here, the 50 over the 100, and we could see one of two things happen. Sometimes these crosses will help price kind of come back up, even though it's kind of a bearish thing overall. But we could be retesting these areas of 0.0053. Price can come back up and retest those when that happens. So there might be a double bottom scenario. It looks like the 9 wants to cross over the 21, trying to, thinking about it. We'll say that here on the weekly. Let's go to the daily, see what's happening on the daily. Below the 9. I would like to see it gain a 9 moving average on the daily and on the 4 hour. Those are some safer signs to enter when you have that. And all you got to do is just sit and wait. Or if you're DCA and dollar cost averaging or something, it looks like a juicy place. I mean, it can only go down from here, right? The odds are more with you that you'll go up and get that 80% move over probably a couple weeks, rather than coming down to take another 30% to the downside. And if you did take another 30% to the downside, that would probably be it. Oh no, I'm trying to find the chat and I got something else. So LilyX, okay, I asked for turbo and I did that right. And hey, we can like that. I'm trying to like this. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. It's $2. Hopefully I answered the TA I gave you made sense. Let me know. Let me know if it did. But yeah. Oh, turbo. Appreciate the super chat. Guess we can take a look at Tau. That's another one we look at, watch on the channel. And I've got some of the staking and had it staking for a while. 398. Is it going to come? Is it going to hit it? Where she dipped down to 408. She's at 432. I got 396 actually is what I got here for the 618 Fibonacci. And I've even got, I'm even thinking 340 might come into play. She could. It could. Hopefully this area will hold, and one reason that we can think that is that it will connect this trend line here. And this little zone right through here seems... She may wick through there, come back to the 800 moving average is also here on the 4 hour. So if worse comes to worse, I think we could wick down or maybe come down to what is this, about 370? If we break that, I look for this one down here, but we got a good chance, I think, right, of that holding. Let me move this little guy over here at 370. 369. Oh, look, is that a shoulder, head and shoulder? We're coming down to retest. 64% chance you come back to retest the breakout of an inverted head and shoulders. Yeah. That looks like what we got going on Tau. It's also a retest of this breakout of this falling channel, the falling megaphone pattern, which is awesome. Had a nice breakout from it. Tau. AI narrative will come back into play before too long, and this guy will give him his merry way, and hopefully she can come back. And that old adage of what gets wicked often gets candlestick. I would love to see price come back up to $1,200. That would be awesome here. So guys, we've been rolling for a little bit over an hour and 13 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Tomorrow is Monday. I always like to take one more last look at Bitcoin here. We're hanging out at $69,085. What have you done since we've been on stream lately? Just been hanging out. I like to watch it on the 6 minute. I don't think we actually talked about it over here. This is the time frame that I do actually watch it on when I'm make my plans on the bigger time frames, but I usually just have it on a computer, just watching it on the 6 minute. And it gives me some more intraday kind of stuff. Now, the things that were cluing me in, you may not have seen on some other people's, that I do use these bigger moving averages now. I do have a 5 moving average strategy, which has 200, 150, 21, and 9, and they got a beautiful strategy. Looking at those, we're doing good, right? Catching off the 200, and we're doing it on our merry little way. But when you throw in the bigger guys that I got, and it's a shortcut way to look at higher time frames. You can think of it as that way, or just bigger moving averages. But we got some severe resistance over here where we are, so we're going to have a struggle. I'm not convinced that we're getting ready to pop up the 69.8 just immediately, but we're working on it. There's some good signs here that we're trying to recover some ground. Now, let me take around these other moving averages. Remember, we're on a small time frame, so this is a small one. Go back for the bigger analysis for what's going on. Basically, it looks good, but we're going through some chop right now. These bigger moving averages that I have, which is a 360, a 666. That's right. It stands for the devil, but it's not on purpose. It just happens to work. I back tested it, so that's the only reason I keep it. It's the devil, girl, but she likes to hang out with the 800. They just hang out together, but that's a great area for us to have some stiff resistance. These guys have got to flip upside down on this particular time frame, and we're going to be kind of choppy within the range of them. 68, 69,000. Let's put 68.8, 69.5 ish, wherever we're through there, within that $1,000 range until they actually flip over. So the smaller moving averages and all that should come into play to help us try to work over there and slowly convince them to start flipping the ribbon, so to speak. It'll probably take a nice move. It'll take a strong move to do that. So there's ups and downs, choppy, until we can kind of slowly grind our way up to about 70,000. That's what I got on it. Remember, bump and run pattern possible, and it does take us up to this area. Short-term targets, that's what we're looking for, about 69, maybe up to, I can't see, 70,300. I think I went with a fib area or something. Maybe I should put it back. But short term, we could be headed up through here with the bump and run. Number one pattern, Thomas Bukowski to play to the upside to its target, to meet its target. So we got that idea. Could look good, but it's just going to be choppy. Let's see how they start treating us this week in the market. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. And looks like they wanted to dump us and scare us on the weekend, and maybe we'll see a nice Monday or Tuesday, and then they'll probably try to run that same scheme against us again next week with altcoins especially. Guys, trade carefully. We'll be back again tomorrow. Good night, everybody. God bless. Sean, take us out.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Show you like my vibe, pass my candy on my wrist. Bad habits,